Women might just be the scariest thing on this planet, especially if they're obsessed with you the same way that Nikki was with Bear in the new movie Obsession. I mean, I know many guys joke about those types of women saying that they can change them and that they're perfect for them, but I don't think anybody can change that. And in this movie, Bear is a member of a friend group who's secretly in love with one of the women, Nikki. And he keeps trying to tell her, but he never can. He gets interrupted a lot, and most of the times he doesn't really have the courage to pull it off. So when he's buying her a crystal necklace, he stumbles upon a product called a one-stick willow, stating on the box that each person gets one wish and all you have to do is speak the wish and break the stick. So out of desperation, he buys the stick and decides after not being able to properly talk to Nikki, he makes a wish that, quote, she loves him more than anyone in the world, unquote. Not realizing that wishes like that are an absolute trap and now he has to face the consequences. This film was fantastic, definitely better than The Backrooms in my opinion, and if you were kind of deciding on whether or not you wanted to choose Obsession or Backrooms, I would definitely tell you to choose Obsession first. It had a simple concept that got dialed to 11, making you feel so uncomfortable and terrified of a 5 foot tall female. There were so many scenes where they just covered her entire face in shadow, showing only the outline, speaking in weird tones. Man, it gave me the creeps, and she goes much farther than that. Even the simple things when he wakes up to her watching him sleep in a dark corner, standing there menacingly. Like if that was me and my girlfriend was doing that, telling me all eerily, go back to bed. I'm just watching you sleep. And then moving the way that she moved towards him and away from him. Oh man, she was very hot though, and if you really had a strong heart, you can tough it out when those moments truly mattered. I'm just joking, of course. She was a complete psycho bitch who is not afraid to cause a scene in crowded places. And I'm going to spoil something, so if you don't want to hear this part, then skip to this time in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so probably the best thing about this film is how Bear kept going with the wish, not reversing it when he had the chance, and it bit him in the ass. It felt like a Black Mirror episode, but with the length of a film. You're just slowly watching a man cause a horrible thing to happen, and now it's slowly being the death of him. It hurts so much to see that she was just genuinely a nice, sweet person who turns into a psychotic monster without even her consent. There's a scene where he calls the number on the one stick willow box and it starts out funny because it's this like hippie sounding guy, but then it turns into like the scariest part of the entire film. It sent shivers down my spine and made me feel so unwell, like that aching feeling in your heart of desperation and true fear. The actors are also apparently very new to the cinema industry and they performed super well, mainly the two leads because that was just the majority of the entire film. Michael Johnston as Bear and Indy Navarrete as Nikki. Indy has potential to be a new face in the cinema industry, and I'm just putting that out there just in case if that's the case. Also, crazy cameo by Andy Richer. Super random. The soundtrack was a definite key feature to this film, especially for me since it's music that I listen to on the daily. Space ambience. And that can get very scary very quickly. A lot of those songs are going on my playlist for sure, not because it was layered or heavily structured or loud, it was just simple and effective to the tone of this film. The shots mostly focused on slow zoom-ins and zoom-outs, keeping us poor viewers in the madness for longer than we really wanted to. I don't really have any negatives for this film. It was a well-made film for what its purpose was, and they executed it tenfold. This film costed less than $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. Less than $1 million, and it's close to making $200 million as of right now. What a success. If anybody deserves it, it's these two films right now, Backrooms and Obsession. Just two great films that I'm adding to my yearly scary movie month time, which is in October, where I only watch scary movies for the holidays. And if you don't know how I rate these films, I will do a letterbox rating of 1 through 5, a classic rating of 1 through 10, a tier ranking of S through F, and who this film is for. So for my letterbox rating, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. My classic rating, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. If I were to put this in a tier list with every film in the world, I would put this in the top of B tier or bottom of A tier. If you like horror films, crazy girlfriends, feeling uncomfortable or unwell, super hot crazy girlfriends, small budget films, then this film is for you. It's like the movie Obsessed, but better. Like Fatal Attraction, but a lot more attraction. So what did you guys think? Were you obsessed enough to stick with her? Seriously though, what other films should I do? Let me know down below. Take care, guys, and God bless. Peace. P.S. guys, if anybody's still here, I just want to say I really appreciate anybody who watches my videos. I know I'm young in the game, but I've been wanting to do this for some time now, and I finally peeled that band-aid off. I'd really like to get a community out of this so I can just talk to you guys about movies all day long, so feel free to leave a comment. Thank you guys so much, and God bless.